My name is Misaki, and I'm a working housewife who works from home. I live with my husband Daiki, our daughter Sakura, and my in-laws, making a family of 5. We started living together because my father-in-law needed care after an injury.
Hey Grandpa, look! I made a beautiful bubble.
That's amazing, Sakura. Such a beautiful bubble.
What? I can make an even prettier bubble than that.
Daiki, why are you trying to compete with Sakura?
Moo, then Dad, you try making bubbles too.
All right, I'll show you the difference in lung capacity. Here, who?
Wow, so many bubbles.
It's impressive, but it seems a bit childish.
And then let me show Daiki what it means to be a strict adult.
Are you trying to make more bubbles than me? Stop, you'll hurt yourself again.
Don't underestimate me. Watch. Grandpa's 100-hand punch. Kya.
All my bubbles are being burst with great force.
Oh, amazing, Grandpa.
Oh, father-in-law, you're really going to hurt yourself.
Ha, I'm already hurting.
Wait, just a minute. My father-in-law has already recovered and is full of energy. We were living a lively and fun life like this. However, I still haven't managed to build a good relationship with my mother-in-law.
You made your father-in-law do something reckless again. What are you doing to someone else's husband?
No, it wasn't me who asked him to do that.
No excuses. It's a fact that he got hurt while you were around, right? Really? Why are you such an uncharming daughter-in-law?
Ugh. Yes, I'm sorry for not being charming. Then, one day.
Everyone, can I have a moment? I have something important to discuss.
A story about soybeans. Sakura likes tofu.
That's soybeans. It seems your mom and dad have something important to talk about.
I'm pregnant. So, Sakura, you'll be a big sister next year.
Really? I'm going to be a big sister.
Congratulations, Misaki Daiki. On a second grandchild, how exciting.
Yes, that's very exciting indeed.
Since the discovery of my pregnancy, our family was set to grow by one more member. Sakura and my father-in-law were thrilled, but my mother-in-law seemed disinterested all along. A few months later.
Everyone, listen. Big news. Our kid is getting married.
Our kid? Do you mean my sister-in-law?
It must be her. So, she's getting married.
She's finally getting married. I'm kind of happy about it.
I've been so excited since I heard the news. It's overwhelming.
But it seems like only good things are happening this year.
So, there will definitely be a wedding, right?
Of course, the wedding is scheduled for the month after next. I can't wait.
Oh, that's quite sudden. Preparations must be tough.
Isn't that something Love's power can handle?
Haha, indeed. Wait, that month is, if I remember correctly. My sister-in-law was set to get married, and my mother-in-law was very happy about it. The wedding was scheduled for the month after next, which was just a few days from my expected delivery date. Due to my anxiety, I consulted Daiki and decided to stay home and rest. On the night of my sister-in-law's wedding, my mother-in-law returned home first. Mother-in-law, welcome back.
I can't believe you actually missed the wedding. You're too pampered.
Pampered?
You were the only family member who missed the ceremony. How shameful.
But I'm in my last month of pregnancy, and I was anxious.
Even if it's the last month, your due date isn't here yet, right? It's your second child. It should be fine.
It's not guaranteed to be fine just because it's my second child. Anything could happen at any time. And if something did happen, it would cause trouble for everyone.
Be quiet. Missing it was definitely the wrong choice. The absence of the first son's wife stands out. Put yourself in my shoes.
Oh.
You probably just used your daughter as an excuse because you find it all too bothersome and wanted a break. Using your last month of pregnancy as a reason to miss out. Pregnancy isn't an illness.
I understand that, but
someone as unreasonable as you shouldn't be a part of our family. Divorce Daiki and leave this house immediately. Don't ever show your face in front of me again.
Saying this, my mother-in-law glared at me fiercely. As I was confused and bewildered, Daiki, my father-in-law, and Sakura came home.
Hey Mom, what are you saying? I heard everything.
That was quite an aggressive tone. And to say she should leave the house. What happened?
Mama, are you okay?
I'm okay, Sakura, sorry, and thank you. Well, it seems that my mother-in-law is angry because I missed the ceremony.
What? All this fuss over that?
Just that. Of course I'm angry. I was humiliated in front of the family.
What are you talking about? Misaki is in her final month of pregnancy. Anything could happen. It's totally reasonable for her to miss it.
Exactly, and she hasn't caused anyone any shame.
Misaki was the only one among the relatives who didn't attend. It's outrageous. I'm sure everyone looked at me as if tolerating such an unreasonable daughter-in-law.
Calm down. She wasn't being unreasonable at all. Besides, all the relatives understood her reason for not attending.
Everyone. Unfortunately, I am not satisfied.
Mom, you're not a child.
It's like a childish reason, isn't it? She used her child as an excuse. I would never miss for something as trivial as a pregnancy.
Don't impose your values like that. What if she had attended and something happened?
We would deal with it then. Call an ambulance or whatever. You just have to adapt to the situation as it arises. A daughter-in-law who can't do that is no use to this family.
Adapting. Missing the ceremony was exactly adapting to the situation.
You always have a comeback. It infuriates me. Everything about you infuriates me. I can't stand it anymore. I can't live with someone like you. Please leave this house immediately.
As my mother-in-law, raising her voice, began to crowd me, insisting I leave the house, Daiki stepped in.
Hey Mom, if you're going to say that, then it should be us who leave.
Right? The outsiders here are us. If it's really unacceptable, then maybe you should be the one to leave.
Ho, what are you talking about? If there's an outsider in this house, it's Misaki, right?
No, the house is in Misaki's name, so if we're following that logic, it would be us who have to leave.
What? Why is this house in Misaki's name? Misaki is a home-based worker. Why would that be?
Why? Because Misaki earns the most. It's embarrassing to admit, but when we bought this house, most of the money came from Misaki. That's why the house is registered in Misaki's name.
What? That's impossible. Daiki has a company job. How can someone who works from home make more than him?
You must have heard from Daiki how hard Misaki has been working from home. Or did you not hear?
I heard, but just because she works hard doesn't mean she earns a lot. How could a home-based worker earn more than a salaried employee?
Indeed, at first it wasn't much at all. But gradually it took off, and now I get a lot of work.
The more you work as a freelancer, the more your income grows. That's a major advantage.
And you've gotten a lot of repeat clients, I heard. It must be not just the quality of your work, but also Misaki's personality.
Yeah, honestly, every time outsourcing comes up at my company, I want to hire Misaki.
Being praised so much is a bit embarrassing.
Ugh, I don't know what you do on that computer, but it must be nothing important. Getting a little attention and you start getting all high and mighty. Just because you have some money, don't act so superior.
Despite her best efforts, my mother-in-law couldn't bring herself to acknowledge me and kept trying to demean me. Then,
Hey Grandma, does it matter to you what kind of work Mom does? Why can't you just praise Mom for being amazing?
Sakura's right. Nowadays the type of job doesn't matter.
Besides, why are you so unwilling to recognize Misaki's worth? Isn't it a bit abnormal?
It's not abnormal. That woman stole Daiki from me. I've hated her ever since they got married.
Stole what? Daiki is not your possession.
Mom, you really haven't let go of me as a child, have you?
Despite all my efforts to annoy her, this woman always acts so composed. Even that attitude really annoys me.
What, Mom? You've been harassing Misaki.
You've been wasting time on such nonsense.
Why are you angry? She's the one at fault, stealing Daiki and acting all detached. It's only natural she gets harassed a bit.
That's not natural at all. Realize that you haven't let go of your child. Sorry, Misaki. I didn't realize it at all.
I'm also sorry, even though we live together.
no, it's okay, I've been trying not to mind it.
There. That attitude is what I don't like. A daughter-in-law should respect and fear her mother-in-law more.
Enough already. Grandma, you're embarrassing as an adult.
Sakura is right. How long do you plan to keep throwing tantrums like a child?
Aren't you embarrassed to be called out by such a young child?
When everyone confronted the mother-in-law, who stubbornly believed she was right and showed no signs of compromise.
What? Why isn't anyone on my side? Why doesn't anyone understand me?
Don't expect to be understood by others when you don't try to understand anyone yourself.
Essentially, all you've done is cause distress.
You understand, right? My precious only son was taken away by a stranger. What do you want to harass someone a little? And it didn't even feel like harassment to her. Why am I the only one getting scolded here?
I said I was okay earlier, but actually, the harassment did bother me. I was just pretending to be fine, I wasn't really. If that made you feel bad, I'm sorry.
Shut up. What's with this sudden meekness? That's probably just an act to appeal to the rest of the family, right? No matter what you do now, I will never forgive you.
Mother-in-law.
Yeah, right. If you really want my forgiveness, maybe I should set a condition. You have money, right? If you pay off my debt, then maybe I'll forgive you.
I do have some financial flexibility, but
Hey, what do you mean by debt?
Huh. Oh, well, no, I wouldn't have any debt, right? That was just. Yes, I was testing Misaki to see if she really wanted my forgiveness. I used the word debt.
Lying won't help. The way you said it, the debt is real, isn't it? Explain what's going on.
the mother-in-law seemed flustered after letting something slip, and finally seemed to come to terms with it.
Well, I gambled a little.
What? You gambled.
I told you never to gamble again.
So there was a history of this.
I'm sorry. I promise I won't do it again. Please forgive me.
That depends on how much debt there is.
Don't lie, okay? You know what will happen if we find out you're lying.
I owe 5 million yen.
5 million. Were you really going to make Misaki pay that much?
But you said you had money and you came apologizing to me. I thought maybe this could work.
No, that amount is just too much.
You can't be serious. You mean you can't pay it?
Don't be ridiculous. It's not about whether she can pay it. She shouldn't have to. You made the mess. You clean it up.
But that's impossible. How long do you think it'll take me to pay it all back?
Even if you started working part-time and paid it back bit by bit, it would take years.
That's absolutely impossible. I've never worked before. So please, Misaki, take over my debt for me.
Don't be absurd. That's not how this works. Do you remember what you said to me in the past when you secretly took on debt?
It was something like, I still love you, wasn't it?
Don't dodge the issue. Didn't I say it would be divorce if you did it again? It's decided we're getting a divorce. Pack your things and leave right now.
Right now. That's too harsh no matter what. With all this debt, there's no way I can survive on my own.
That's not my concern. You shouldn't have made debts then. I intend to keep my promise. You are no longer family or anything to me.
No, you're kidding. You're really going to kick me out. Daiki, please persuade your father. It's absurd to be kicked out over something like this.
Haven't you done enough to warrant this? I have no intention of persuading him. Please leave our home.
No, this can't be true. Daiki, you wouldn't abandon me, right?
You think I forgive someone who has hurt Misaki? I'm cutting ties with you as a parent. Never appear before us again.
Cutting ties. But Daiki, you were always so kind. How could this happen?
Grandma, you changed the dad who was kind to you. I hope one day you'll realize that. By then, goodbye.
That's the situation, so farewell forever, take care.
Though, why? How did it come to this?
Thus, the mother-in-law filled out the divorce papers brought by the father-in-law, packed her belongings while crying, and trudged out of the house. With nowhere to go, she tried to rely on her sister-in-law, but once her sister-in-law learned of the situation, she was unwilling to take her in. Desperate to survive, the mother-in-law took on new debts as a last resort, but all of it vanished into pachinko machines. Eventually, she ended up living under an overpass, scavenging through trash and evading debt collectors, spending her nights drenched in tears due to the hardship and loneliness. Meanwhile, I had safely given birth to a healthy baby boy.
Wow, Sakura's little brother is so cute.
He's as adorable as an angel.
No, he's so cute it feels presumptuous to even compare.
No, he's beyond what the word cute can convey.
No. It's almost disrespectful to try to express it within the confines of language.
All right, that's enough.
Yeah, he's finally sleeping. Don't be too loud or you'll upset him.
Yes, sorry.
Indeed, my apologies.
Haha, Sakura, you're already such a big sister.
He, of course, it's natural.
By the way, have we decided on a name for this child?
Yes, we've thought it through. His name will be.
We successfully delivered the baby on the expected due date, adding another adorable member to our family. Sakura also finds the baby cute, and I believe they will get along well. As we become busier with childcare, Sakura might feel a bit lonely at times, but Daiki and I plan to work together to minimize that as much as possible. Watching our small family bring smiles to everyone's faces fills me with joy, and we look forward to continuing our happy days together.
If you enjoyed this video, we'd be thrilled if you subscribed to our channel. Subscribing means you'll receive notifications for new videos, keeping you in the loop with all our latest content. Your support is vital to our growth. Let's enjoy and grow together.